Hey guys, it's Naka. So, guys, I've been going through a lot for the past week, and I thought I would sit down and just catch up with you guys. So, I posted on my Instagram for you guys to ask me a bunch of questions, anything you wanted to know, and I will answer it. If you hear noise in the background, guys, there's constructions going on upstairs and mates. It's very much annoying. So the first question is, are you going to do the surgery? So for those who don't know, I'm still doing tests, but they don't know if it's just like a regular cyst or if it's more serious endometriosis. Don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but they don't know if it's one of those. So right now, we're just seeing how it evolves, and I'm working with a gynecologist to just see how things go this month. And then I'm nervous. I hope when I go for my checkup, it was just like everything's okay, but I'm really nervous. But if not, if the cyst is still there and it does get bigger, yes, I am going to be doing the surgery just because I want it removed. I'm not gonna stay in pain each month, on my period or like a couple of days before. So I would 100% do the surgery. Like, let's get it over with. Next question is, have you and Dominic decided where you would go for your honeymoon? Oh my god. So I think we're gonna go to the Maldives. I'm not sure. It could change. I just want to go somewhere like nice and tropical. We were gonna go to like Kenya or Tanzania as well. So those three places are definitely in like the top 5 places you want to go. We're definitely looking at all our options, so write down in the comment section below where we should go. If you had your honeymoon, or if you know someone that had a honeymoon, let me know in the comment section down below where they went. Definitely still open to some suggestions. What were your symptoms before you got diagnosed? Definitely, I've said it before, my symptoms were heavy cramps. I had numbness, like my arms would get numb and my knees would get numb. Sometimes like I couldn't walk. These cysts are strong. For them to cause me to like feel numbness in my limbs, like that's next level. This cyst, it's trying to get me. When I got my period, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't go to school. I would always have to call in sick from work. Like I was just bedridden. And I feel like, women, we should get a sick leave when we get our period, because it's not a joke. We suffer. So I feel like, I don't know, we need to work something out so that women, we can get like a paid sick leave for having our period for 5 days, because we deserve it. Some women, their period, it's like they put us through a lot. How are you feeling mentally, emotionally, and physically? So I have good days and then I have bad days. The past 2 days have been really good, and then I have literally hours where I'm like, oh my god, my whole world is crumbling down. But I'm getting married in like 2 weeks, like literally, like I think it's like 2-ish weeks. So I'm really looking forward to that. Forgot to wear my ring. I do that all the time. So I'm really looking forward to that. So just having things that I would look forward to. Since you can't conceive right now, what are things that you're doing to keep your mind off of it? That's a good question. So I literally was following so many like pregnancy posts, maternity posts, pregnant women posts, and like obviously now I can't get pregnant, so I had to unfollow all those pages because it wasn't helping me. I would go on my Instagram, a pregnancy announcement, big belly. So it started to get to me, and I was like, you know what? I need to mentally have a break from that. And I encourage you guys, if you're going through something like traumatic or something like really sad, if you follow people or things on Instagram that remind you of that, then by all means just unfollow, because do it for your mental health. It's not healthy to watch pregnant women every day when the doctor literally told me I couldn't get pregnant. So it's just like I unfollow all those things on IG, and all the newborn babies, like I unfollow all those pages until I'm at a mental space where I can handle it. Do you miss Canada? No, I don't miss Canada. I think what I miss about Canada is the diversity. Like when you can go to like a restaurant, it's like, Nigerian restaurant, Haitian restaurant, things like that. Those are the things that I miss. And here, like, the only kind of like variety they have is like Italian, or like there is one Indian restaurant that you guys see on my Instagram all the time. So I order food from there. But other than that, since there isn't a lot of like, you know, like immigrants here in Mexico, obviously like the food and stuff like that, it's very limited to like one section, like one group of people, right? So like there are Italian and like American food and like one Indian restaurant here, but like when you go to places like Cancun was so diverse. Like there's Jamaican spots, like there's a lot, like it was very, very diverse, guys. So here in PV, it's just not as diverse when it comes to like people opening up restaurant as it is somewhere like Cancun, where there's lots more tourism and people decide to settle there. So yeah, that's what I miss about Canada, is like the diversity. But other than that, the weather, no, Canada was too cold, and of course my family, but that's something like you can always travel back and forth to visit them. So for me, I absolutely love living in Mexico. I feel like I would love living anywhere that's warm. Me and Dominic, we just love the heat. So any country, doesn't have to be specifically Mexico, any country that's warm. And I like diversity. That's one thing I noticed. Like I want to live in a country where like it's multicultural. That's why I loved Panama. Panama, when it came to like, you know, the food and all that, because mates, I love food and I love my rice, plantain, like chicken. I love like authentic African food. So in Panama, like you could get that, you know, like it was extremely good. So, you know, I'm looking at places like Panama and stuff like that where there's like, you know, like a lot of like diversity. Next question, has the process of planning the wedding been smooth, or have there been any challenges? Mates, I'm gonna be honest with you, I have not planned anything. Listen, Dominic, my fiance, he's the one that asked me to marry him, so why should I plan the wedding? You plan everything. You're the one that asked me to be your wife, so do the action. Like I told him how I wanted everything, what kind of decoration I liked and all that stuff, and he was like, all right, I'll plan everything, just sit back, relax. He told me the only job I had to do for the wedding was to show up. And I was like, God is good, mates. So that's what I love about Dominic. Like, he's the kind of man that takes charge, and that's what I've always wanted. Because if I were to plan the wedding, I would be, I don't know, I don't think I would even do it. Like, ain't nobody got time for that. For what? Like, you asked me to marry you. I'm not gonna plan the wedding. Like, it's 2022, ladies. Like, let the man plan everything. And it annoys me when, like, you know, I was watching Selling Sunset, and I think Mary was like doing her wedding, and her husband, her fiance at the time, he didn't even like wanna go look at venues or anything like that. He was like, oh, that's a girl thing. Excuse me? No. First of all, the man should be the ones to plan everything. Like, why are we women planning that? You should like get what you want, give it to your man, and let them take care of it, because they asked you to marry them, right? Sorry. So no, Dominic is taking care of everything. He booked the villa, like he's doing a very good job, because he knows my taste and he knows what I like. Dominic is really good at those things. So it's just, I'm not doing anything. Ain't nobody got time for that. You asked me to marry me, so go do the work, mates. Last question, mates. What happens if you guys won't be able to mates, is this real life? Oh my god. Mates, what happens if you guys won't be able to conceive? No offense. We actually talked about it, me and Dominic. So if we can't conceive naturally, you know, me personally, I already said I wouldn't do IVF, I wouldn't do surrogacy, none of that. Like, it's just my decision. I just wouldn't do that. If I can't get pregnant naturally, then I would just accept it. I'd be like, you know what, it's just not meant to be. I don't like to force things, you know, like, and especially like I'm someone, I get very sad and very emotional, so I couldn't handle doing IVF and all that stuff, because I watch videos and it takes a toll on you emotionally, and it's just too much. And knowing myself, I couldn't even handle having a cyst, guys. Like, how am I gonna handle IVF? So if I can't get pregnant naturally, it's just not it for me. Like, me and Dominic talked about it. We just said we're gonna live life together and two best mates. Like, that's it. That's what I would do. I would just focus on me and Dominic's relationship, and I would be an aunt. I have 3 brothers. Do I have 3 brothers? Yeah, I have 3 brothers, and mates. I'm gonna be the best aunt ever. I have nephews that are gonna have kids, so it's just like kids are gonna be around me regardless. So if I can't have my own children, I know my family members are gonna, you know, have their children. I'll be the best auntie ever. I'll babysit. So that's what me and Dominic, we really sat down and talked about it, and we came to that decision that if we can't conceive naturally, we're okay with just being me and him. There's, you know, look at Oprah. She didn't have kids and she's happier than ever. So that's just that. But yeah, that is all, you guys. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this Q&A, guys, and I'll see you in my next video. Toodaloo! Bye!